Welcome back, Junior Chefs, to our COOK003 Sandwich Preparation Class Virtual Kitchen. Our lesson number 2 is about the kitchen do's and don'ts and the necessary kitchen tools and equipment for sandwich preparation. At the end of this lesson, each of you are expected to define and identify tools, utensils, and equipment necessary in the sandwich preparation. Next, describe the functions and uses of each kitchen tools, utensils, and equipment. And last, identify the kitchen do's and don'ts. So, let us start our lecture. Just sit back and relax and feel the vibe of our virtual kitchen. What are the necessary kitchen tools, utensils, and equipment needed in preparing different kinds of sandwiches? Before we proceed, let us first define the meaning of tools, utensils, and equipment. Tools and utensils are a small handheld tool used for food preparation. Common kitchen tasks include cutting food items to size, heating food on an open fire or on a stove, baking, grinding, mixing, blending, and measuring. Each of these tools are made for each task. Proper cooking system is of utmost importance. They do enhance the speed of the cooking process and make serving the food better procedure. In order to maintain the hygienic environment, it is extremely important to have a cook system in place. When we talk about kitchen equipment, we usually refer to the larger items in the kitchen that handle the bulk of the preparation and cooking processes. So this would be the stoves, chillers, freezers, microwaves, blenders, and the like. The idea of equipment represents all sorts of machinery, functional devices, or accessories which helps cooking effectively quick. As you may already know, cooking is an art that anyone can learn. What has made cooking easier over time is access to recipes and tips on different platforms. More and more people prefer cooking their meals since it's cheaper and in many cases also safer. However, you need to understand that you need to use the correct utensils. Most people seem only to equip their kitchen with basic equipment and improvise when they need it. Usually, it's because you want to save extra bucks and use it for different tasks. This is, however, not a good idea since you need a well-equipped kitchen for proper cooking. Food is an essential part of life, and let's face it, who doesn't love eating at all? Let us now move on with the kitchen cleaning. Cleaning regimes are an important part of the food preparation process and are designed to ensure high levels of environmental hygiene and to prevent foodborne illnesses. Effective cleaning practices and regular cleaning regimes also extend the life of equipment and services and help to ensure customer satisfaction. I know most of you are familiar with the COOK003GT or the Clean As You Go system. This is a common practice in some food restaurants and public places to minimize garbage, hygiene, health, and safety risks. It encourages everyone to practice cleaning and be wary of our surroundings. Proper implementation of COOK003GT can boost cleanliness and trash issues of our surroundings. After you have finished cooking, it is vital that you are cleaning and sanitizing kitchen tools and equipment to prevent the spread of bacteria. To start with, Here's how you can clean your tools and equipment. Number 1. Scrape any food debris into a bin before cleaning and sanitizing tools and equipment. Number 2. Fill your sink with warm or hot water with antibacterial detergent. Number 3. Use a clean sponge or brush to scrub each item thoroughly, making sure to remove all bits of food and getting into all the little hard-to-reach areas. And last, either leave to dry or air dry or use a dishcloth which should be cleaned with a quality detergent to ensure you're properly cleaning and sanitizing kitchen tools and equipment. It is very important to know the difference between cleaning and sanitizing. When cleaning, you are just removing visible dirts from any surfaces or on the floors, while sanitizing lowers the number of germs on surfaces or objects to a safe level as judged by public health standards or requirements. When sanitizing kitchen tools and equipment, if you need to be thoroughly sanitizing kitchen tools and equipment to ensure there's no chance of any bacteria, we should follow the steps. First, put your utensils in a large pan covering them fully in water. Carefully bring the water to boil, putting a lid on the pan for 5 minutes. Remove the lid and wait for the water to stop boiling before removing the utensils with prongs. Another method for cleaning and sanitizing kitchen utensils is to combine a tablespoon of bleach with a gallon of water, leaving your tools to soak before rinsing them thoroughly with hot water. Next, clean your kitchen utensils in hot water with an antibacterial detergent. When sanitizing kitchen tools and equipment, use either boiling water or a solution of bleach and water. Store your tools in a regularly cleaned plastic or metal box to keep the germs away. How to clean and store cooking tools and equipment? If you are wondering how to clean and store cooking tools and equipment, clean using one of the above methods before moving on to storing. Use a sanitized container such as large plastic or metal box and place only the clean tools in it. Clean the box regularly to keep germs and bacteria at bay. Cleaning and sanitizing tools and equipment is vital to keep a healthy and happy kitchen. Whether it's in your home or in a restaurant, it's not hard either. Just remember, it's not just about cleaning, but also about drying and storing your utensils too. Follow all of the tips above and you'll banish bad bacteria. Workplace support refers to actions and work practices that are designed to facilitate workers' effectiveness and well-being. It ensures workers' well-being through social and emotional support, and it also ensures workers are capable of effective performance through instrumental support. Here are some points to support your workplace training. First, clean in a logical order. Second, different cleaning tasks require different methods. Getting things wrong can cause damage to surfaces, harm to yourself, and spread bacteria and dirt. Third, many cleaning agents are harmful. Their contact with your skin or eyes or breathing in the fumes can cause a serious illness. And last, mixing one chemical agent with another can be very dangerous. A chemical reaction can be set up or in some cases produce poisonous fumes. Warewashing. In the most basic sense, warewashing is the process of cleaning the wares used in the preparation or service of food. This can take on a few different forms, but generally all use the same processes and achieves the same goals. It is whether manually or mechanically. There are two types of warewashing. First is the manual warewashing. It uses a 3-compartment sink and is used primarily for pots and pans. It may be used for dishes and flatwares in small operations. The manual warewashing is washing the dishes by hand. However, manual warewashing in a commercial kitchen involves more than simply running some water and soap over the washware. There are certain standards that must be met to comply with various health codes. A major component to any sanitation and food safety program is a mechanical wear wash system. Equipment that is maintained and staff that are well trained improves the safety, performance, and life of your investment. Please watch the video about the mechanical dishwashing procedure.
There are many types of dishwashing machines: small, large, single tank, multi-tank, and flight. They all work on the same principle, and operating any of them requires similar knowledge and expertise. The dishwashing machine uses a combination of hot detergent solution and very hot, fresh rinse water to both clean and disinfect the ware that is washed. Successful machine operation depends on being organized at every stage of the operation. Before startup, we check the work area. Clean floors reduce the risk of slipping, and clean work surfaces and tabling set the standard. A clean, empty waste bin or waste disposal unit for the food scraps is essential. Here we use the SUMA Unison system. There are other systems designed to meet the special needs of the machine in use, for example, the SUMA D750 and the SUMA SLC liquid pump technology. Follow the operating instructions for the feed and control equipment installed. The alarm on the feeder equipment will be on if the product needs replacing. Remember, wear the appropriate protective equipment. In the case of very small machines, the detergent may be added to the integral feeders or manually dosed into the tank. Let's quickly run over the machine preparation. Work area, clean and tidy. Machine tanks, empty and interior clean. Wash jets, clear and in position. Scrap trays in. Curtains in the correct positions. Switch on the machine. Check the detergent and rinse aid. Replace empties. Set out decoys for the tableware. Racks for glasses and cups. Pre-soak. Check the temperatures. Pre-wash temperatures should be between 40 and 50 degrees centigrade. Detergent wash between 55 and 65 degrees. Final rinse 80 to 90 degrees. Remove food scraps. Load the racks correctly. A manual pre-flush reduces the soil load. Slide into the machine, don't force. Cutlery into cutlery racks, business end up and well mixed. Check the detergent and rinse aid feeders regularly. Check the scrap trays as often as possible. Check the clean ware. And
now we all know that mechanical ware washing requires a dishwashing machine capable of washing, rinsing, and drying dishes, flatware, and glassware. In large operations, heavy-duty pot and pan washing machines have been designed to remove cooked-on food. Let us now move on with the kitchen tools and equipment necessary for the preparation of sandwiches. Here are the essential kitchen tools and equipment to make cooking easier and faster. When it comes to setting up a fully functional kitchen, you need to consider a lot of things. What kinds of pots do I need? What tools are the most essential? What electric appliances should I have? When you are stocking your kitchen, the tools you need depend mostly on how and what you cook most frequently. The most basic kitchen will have the following equipment. Here are the basic kitchen staples. First, we have the kitchen towel. It helps in drying your hands, drying the plates and utensils, or cleaning the countertops. Best to have this color coordinated for every purposes. Next, mixing bowl. Whether you use it for mixing together salad dressings, marinades and sauces, for mixing eggs, or even for storing leftovers, mixing bowls are a must-have in the kitchen. Next, saucepan. Considered to be the workhorse in your kitchen. The saucepan can be used to boil or steam vegetables, make sauces, or cook grains and pasta, braise, stew, and deep fry. Chopping board. One of the most basic tools in your kitchen. You will be using it every time you prepare meals. Plastic chopping boards can be easily sanitized and prevents bacteria growth and food contamination. Next, wooden spoon. A handy tool for mixing and stirring. A wooden spoon is any cook's best friend. Next, spatula. For making, spreading, and even flipping food. Next is frying pan. You can cook almost about anything in a frying pan, from frying to searing to sauteing. Next, measuring cups. A measuring cup is primarily used to measure the volume of liquid or of bulk solid ingredients like flour or sugar. Next, measuring spoons. Used to measure very small amounts of either liquid or dry ingredients. Next, chef's knife. The chef's knife is the most versatile tool you will ever use in the kitchen, allowing you to chop, slice, mince, and more without the need to switch to another tool. Next, scissors, also known as kitchen shears. This versatile tool can be used for cutting meat, trimming doughs, and cutting up herbs. And last, we have the tongs. Tongs are used to grip and lift hot foods. Food safety program starts with the standard operating procedures of cleaning and sanitizing tools and other utensils to be prepared in cooking and preparing food, particularly in sandwich. Improper cleaning and sanitizing of tools may allow harmful microorganisms to be transferred from one food to another. Kitchen utensils can make the world of difference in any commercial or home kitchen. It saves time, improve productivity, and make excellent dishes with these kitchen gadgets. First, we have the hand tools. Examples are: number 1, rubber spatula, used for mixing and folding soft ingredients, and it is also used to remove ingredients from a bowl or plate. Next, metal spatula, a flexible round tip tool usually used for turning or lifting food on grills, broilers, and griddles. Next, number 3, whisk. It is used to whip eggs or cream and add air to a batter. Next, number 4, tongs. It is used to lift and hold food while these are being cooked or served. And last, number 5, ladle, a large serving spoon that's generally used for soups and sauces. Another kitchen tools are the knives. Knives are the most important tool in a chef's kit, and they can be used for just about any food prep task, from chopping onions and butchering a cut of beef to opening oysters and slicing bread. But there are different types of kitchen knives that are designed for various purposes. Here are examples of knives. Number 1, paring knife, used for detailed work like fluting or other precise carving or cutting fruits and vegetables. Next, boning knife, used to separate meat from bone. Next, utility knife, all-purpose knife used for chopping, slicing, and mincing. Next, the clever knife, used for chopping or cutting through bones. Next, Butcher's knife, used for segmenting raw meat. And last, slicer, used primarily for slicing cooked meat. The one with serrated edges is used for slicing bread or pastries. Kitchen measuring tools are essential to get the ideal blend of ingredients for any recipe. Part of the reason why some may fail in their cooking attempts is because they put in an inaccurate amount of ingredients. For some dishes, the concept of a pinch of this and a dash of that may work, but this tactic doesn't hold true for all types of cooking. Some dishes, especially baked goodies, need measured ingredients. This is why cooks need to gauge ingredients accurately to have the baked good turn out well. Cookware and bakeware are types of food preparation containers commonly found in a kitchen. Cookware comprises cooking vessels such as saucepans and frying pans intended for use on a stove or range cooktop. Bakeware comprises cooking vessels intended for use inside an oven. The appropriate cooking equipment helps in the fast-paced processing of food. One of the important factors people are looking at a restaurant is the fast turnaround of their orders. They came in hungry, and they would want to get their food at the soonest possible time. Restaurants could only do that if they have the cooking equipment that could help them deliver the food that the client has ordered. Using traditional or home cooking equipment could not survive the large orders, which is the reason why cooking equipment made for restaurants is the appropriate thing for food establishments. Cooking is fun, but kitchen safety is a priority. There are many pieces of equipment and environmental hazards that can be extremely dangerous. Sharp objects like knives, open fire by the oven, electrical appliances, and even bacteria around the kitchen. Observing basic rules of kitchen safety is a good habit to develop. Always pay attention to what you're doing in the kitchen because one slip can cause serious injuries or accidents. To prevent serious injuries or accidents, always pay attention to what you're doing. Adopt a plan for kitchen cleanliness and have necessary safety equipment at your disposal. When cooking with sharp knives and intense heat, accidents are bound to happen in the kitchen. Understanding the hazards can help you and your coworkers avoid cuts, burns, and a bout of food poisoning. Here are some kitchen safety do's and don'ts to practice in your home. Number 1. Wear shoes. Ever drop a knife? Imagine that going into your foot. Wearing shoes while you cook is always recommended. Not only will the shoes protect you from a fallen sharp object, but they will also protect you from other kitchen mishaps such as broken glass and hot water or oil spills. Number 2. Learn how to extinguish a fire. Cooking is the leading cause of fires and injuries that occur in the kitchen. Be sure to always have a fire extinguisher in your kitchen and know how to use it. It takes only seconds for a fire to get uncontrollable. Learn about different types of fires such as grease and electric fires. Never put them out with water. Instead, your best bet to extinguish them is to use baking soda or a pan cover. Suffocating the fire by removing air is the best way to put out most fires. Number 3. Learn how to use knives. A dull knife is more likely to slip and cut you than a sharp knife. Keeping your knife sharpened is one of the easiest ways to keep them safe. A simple fix is to use a knife sharpener to maintain a keen-edged blade. Also, you should choose the appropriate knife for the task at hand. In other words, using a meat cleaver to slice strawberries isn't the best idea. Number 4. Wear safe clothing. Do not wear long baggy sleeves in the kitchen. Can you imagine your sleeve catching a fire on a gas stove? The outcome could be scary. In general, tops with fitted sleeves or no sleeves work best. Also avoid wearing anything flammable or synthetic. When overheated, these fabrics can melt onto your skin. Number 5. Prevent burns. Make sure when cooking that the handles of your pots and pans are turned inward. This will be safer than someone knocking into them, resulting in your food flying and burning you. Always have pot holders or oven mitts close by when handling anything on the stove top or oven. Don't use wet pot holders or dish rags because they will not keep the heat from burning your hands. Number 6. Always wash your hands. You would think this is given, but people forget. Don't forget. It's important to wash your hands in hot, soapy water before and after cooking. Try to use paper towels to dry your hands afterward because if a dish towel touches any raw meats or juices, it can lead to a bad case of food poisoning. Be sure to also clean all your surface and sinks where any raw meats or juices may have touched. Number 7. Always stir and lift away from you. When lifting a lid on a pot, there is condensation on the top. When lifting it off toward you, the scalding condensation can drip onto your skin, causing burns. The same goes for stirring. Make sure you always steer away from your body. After all, you want to eat the spaghetti sauce and not get burned by it. Number 8. Don't set a hot glass dish on a wet or cold surface. There's actually a lot of science behind this tip. Glass expands when it gets warm and shrinks when it cools down, which causes stress, resulting in a combustion of the glass. The best place to set a glass lid is on top of a trivet, cutting board, or pot holder. Number 9. Don't use metal utensils on non-stick Teflon pans. Cooking with metal utensils on Teflon or non-stick pans can cause flaking or chipping of the Teflon. This can, in turn, mix toxic compounds into your food. A better solution, use wooden spoon or plastic spoons always. Number 10. Don't use the same cutting board for raw meat, fruits, and vegetables. We all want to avoid washing extra dishes, but this is one area in which you shouldn't take shortcuts. Using the same cutting board for meats, fruits, and vegetables is a surefire way to get the whole family sick with salmonella poisoning. It is advisable that you use 2 separate cutting boards, one for raw meat, poultry and seafood, and another for fresh fruits and vegetables. If you must use the same board, it's safest to prepare your fruits and vegetables first. Wash your cutting board thoroughly with soap and hot water, and then prepare your meats. And there you have it. If you have any questions and clarifications about this topic, just feel free to send me a message at my official Facebook account, Kirk Gavilu Ibardolasa, and I will always have time to answer all your concerns. See you again next week. Bon appetit!
Happy learning at home with lessons made easy by Olivarian GoTeach. One proud Olivarians.